Good morning, everybody. This is Tyler's Talking Sports. If this is your first time tuning in, we're so glad to have you here. My name is Tyler Hess. On the other side of the mic, my brother from another mother, Tyler Castle. You'll meet him in a few minutes, and I think you'll like him. If this is your first time tuning in, you got to know what you're listening to. Here at Tyler's Talking Sports, we cover college football, we cover college basketball, we cover college baseball. You name it in the college world, we're talking about it. From breaking news to big games to new coaching hires to kids entering the transfer portal, we cover it all. So, if you love what you're listening to and you love this episode, be sure to find us on all major podcasting platforms. Find us on social media. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. Be sure to give us a follow and a like there. We're also on YouTube and TikTok, but on YouTube, be sure to give us a subscribe, because when you do, that allows you to get exclusive content that nobody else gets that's not subscribed to us. When you subscribe to us on YouTube, you get exclusive access to our 10-minute episodes that we drop weekly throughout the week. Plus, our 2 episodes we drop every Monday and Thursday at 6 a.m. You're not going to want to miss any of the content we have, and we appreciate you guys being here, and we hope you enjoy the episode.
This episode is brought to you by Next Level Fitness Club in Lebanon, Virginia. 1806 East Main Street, Lebanon, Virginia, 24266. They are a 24/7 gym facility, 24/7 tanning. They also offer certified personal training and certified functional fitness classes to fit all needs. If you're in the market for a gym membership, this is a great place to hit up. Hit up Ethan, Tyler, or Jordan at any of their numbers, and check out their website at www.nextlevelfitnessclub276.com.
This episode is brought to you by Little's Lawn Care. Little's Lawn Care is the all-you-need lawn care people. You need your yard mowed, you need your leaves blowed out of your yard, you need your gutters cleaned out, contact Little's Lawn Care at 276-698-5104. Again, that number is 276-698-5104. You can text them and you can call him. His name is Brandon Little. He's an incredible person, and be sure you let him know that Tyler sent you.
And we're live! Season 3, Episode 1.
Woo.
College basketball recap, and we got a surprise. Happy Monday morning. Hope all y'all have had a wonderful weekend. If it's your first time tuning in to Tyler's Talking Sports. On the other side of the mic, my brother from another mother, Tyler Hess, and myself, Tyler Castle, bringing you Tyler's Talking Sports. We're glad you're here, guys. Hopefully you enjoy sports, because that's what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, boy.
Hess, did you have a good weekend?
Buddy, I did. Braxton turned 10 Saturday. Had a couple of his buddies over.
Double digits.
Yeah. I had a couple of his buddies over. I set up, that's why the man cave's still kind of destroyed in the background. I've got 15 TVs in here. Had gaming systems set up.
Kids.
Playing all the games last night. Had a big time. Didn't sleep.
It's the best way to have it, baby.
It was a good weekend. We went out for a little dinner for him tonight and had a good time there. And
where'd we go to eat?
He wanted to go to Petestown.
Petestown, old P-Town.
Yep, P-Town.
Did Krista eat there? Or?
She did, and she got a steak hoagie.
Yeah.
And said it was the best one she's ever had. I said, go back there and tell them what you said on stream.
Yeah, go back about 4 weeks ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And I'd like to hear her steak hoagie if she's available to join us. I'd like to get that recap on that steak hoagie.
You know what?
Message her real quick.
Make a phone call here.
Yeah. I'm just curious. I'd like to hear that on stream if she can make an apology. Yeah.
She ignored me there that first time.
She ignored you. She knows you're streaming.
Yeah.
She needs to owe the viewers and the listeners an apology, and mainly and specifically Petestown an apology.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, she ain't gonna answer.
Well, we'll get it. We'll get it in one of these episodes.
I know you ignore. She answered. You're needed down here for the podcast. You're needed down here. I need you down here ASAP.
20 seconds.
20 seconds. Love you. Bye. She's on her way, guys.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Get that recap.
Man. Have to get a recap of Petestown.
Yep.
While waiting on Krista.
Yeah. Oh, she's coming.
She's coming down steps?
Yeah, right now. She's coming.
Guys. We have Krista Hess coming in the house.
Krista Hess
is here. Oh, my God. Krista Hess is here.
Clapping for you.
Krista Hess, everybody. This is Hess's wife, in case y'all didn't know. Krista, so I heard y'all ate Pizza Town this evening for Braxton's birthday,
Yes.
and you had a steak hoagie,
Yes.
and you said it was the best steak hoagie you've ever had.
Whoa. I said it was good.
Whoa.
I wouldn't say
Did
it's the
Hess,
best.
did Hess over-exaggerate?
Yeah, a little bit. But it was good, and I liked it better than the Chico Philly and the lasagna that I had the last time.
Oh, wow. Okay, I was going to ask you, did you want to make an apology on stream to Pizza Town with your steak hoagie?
Not really.
Oh, okay, guys, there you have it. Krista Hess does not want to make an apology back to Pizza Town.
Let me try something else.
Mm.
And then if I have two things, then maybe.
I'm going to give you a recommendation.
Okay.
Chico Philly. As for the Chico Philly, and you want pepper Parmesan as the side dressing. Yep. Chico Philly. No free shout outs to Pizza Town. I'm just letting everybody know. It's delicious. It's delicious.
All right.
We'll be in touch. We'll see if we want to give an apology back to Pizza Town.
By the way, who won? The Eagles or
Eagles.
Okay. All right. When do the Chiefs play?
They're playing now, and they're down.
Playing right now.
They're down.
They're down. What?
Can I still give you the update?
10-7. They're down 10-7 right now in the second quarter with 9:40 to go.
Is that one main ref who's given them like 7 games? Reffing
I don't know who's the reffing for this one.
Okay. Well, we'll see how that goes.
You done?
Go Bills.
Yeah.
Go Bills.
Tell everybody thank you. Glad to be here.
Thank you, Krista Hess, everyone. Krista Hess.
Clap for you.
A little bit clap. A little bit clap there, dude. Just a little too clap. Then she's out. She's out. Krista Hess, everybody. She did not want to make an apology. So I don't want to give a free shout out right now.
Nope.
So we'll wait for that, guys. Just stay tuned. Season 3 is off to a hot start with pizza.
Never had Chris the first time.
That's a surprise. No, I'm kidding, guys. We got actual surprise. This was a gift from one of our listeners. Hess, you know how many times I've talked about my mouse clicks, how loud they are, and that I pointed it out that the viewers were going to be listening, and I said I was going to get a silent mouse.
Yeah.
Any guesses on what I have to show our viewers for season 3?
A silent mouse?
That would be close. Actually, I have a huge interbar that is loud as crap. So whenever I hit it, it will make a lot of noise. It don't actually make noise. You will just hear my fist hitting it. So whenever that happens, I'm just letting you know, enter has been pressed. This was a gift by the great Adam Taylor. So shout out to Adam. Appreciate that.
Shout out to Adam.
For the pod. We definitely appreciate it. That's from his silly budget. He has a silly budget every month. Yes, shout out to Adam. Thank you for that. Cut it off. See? Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. See? We doing work in here. Whenever I want to hit it. We need to clip that. That is great. Didn't see that coming, did you? It works. It works, baby. So whenever I get mad, I just hit that enter button, baby. It's right here.
That was great.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Thank you, Adam. Appreciate it, man. It's
Absolutely.
Going to be great for the pod.
Yes.
But, Hess, are you ready for a little quiz time? I know season 3 is just all over the place right now.
We've done a quiz in weeks.
I know. Haven't done them, actually, months, really.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring up a little quiz here.
Okay.
I thought this was a fun fact, and I actually want to shout out my wife. We're bringing the wives on the pods, I guess. But my wife brought this
Season 3,
question.
about the wives.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Marriage tips 101 is what we're going to, guys. We was on our way to Bristol yesterday, Bristol, Virginia. In case y'all didn't know, we're from Southwest Virginia. And my wife asked me, she said, why is college basketball 2 20-minute halves, but the NBA and high school are 4 quarters? I was like, that's a great question.
Yeah, I've always wondered it too. I was like,
I've
always wondered why
wondered.
like high school didn't play 2 halves.
I've always wondered that. So I researched it. Any idea? Do you have any thoughts or any like theories on behind why?
They play 2 20-minute halves. That's 40 minutes.
It's just college.
So it's still the same amount of time as.
But it's just broken up in halves.
No, NBA is 48 minutes, isn't it?
NBA is 4 quarter. Yeah, 4 times 12.
4 12s.
Yep. Yeah, 48.
I mean,
what's high school? 10?
No,
Yeah.
it's 15. It's
Is
2
it 15?
15-minute, 2 15-minute halves or 2 oh.
No,
Oh no, they play quarters.
they play quarters. They play 4 quarters.
10.
Is
No?
it 10 or 12? Look that
Hold
up.
up.
Maybe that's a quiz. How long is high school basketball? I should know that. I think it's 12.
So they play 48 minutes too.
Okay, that sounds too high. Might be 10. I'm curious. What is that?
High school basketball, 8-minute quarters
8.
with a
8.
10-minute halftime.
10-minute halftime. Okay.
Yeah,
That
I thought
makes
it was
sense.
8. I was
Okay,
thinking
so
it was 8.
8, 40, then 48. That makes more sense because
Yeah.
you're going to step up, in the league. Actually, so Dr. James Naismith.
Well,
hopefully
wait.
I said that right.
Before you go, you are right. Dr. James Naismith.
Mhm.
The Naismith Award. That's the
That's
player.
what Naismith. Okay.
I mean, I don't know the answer, but to me, when they're playing two 20-minute halves, I feel like, one, there's more action during the game. Like, I feel like there's a lot of stoppages, like in high school, and there's a lot of stoppages in the NBA. I feel like you see a little bit more excitement, possibly, but I don't know what the real reasoning is. I mean, but that's my take from it. I mean, because there's only that one big stop, and then you have the next half or whatever. So
I thought it would be something too with like athletic ability or something like that, more entertaining. But actually, it just comes down to rules. So Dr. James Naismith, original rules call for two 15-minute halves with a rest period in between. Over time, the length of each half was increased to 20 minutes. In 1951, both the NBA and college basketball switched to 4 10-minute quarters. So they both had the same there for a while. In 1954, the NCAA switched back to two 20-minute halves due to concerns about stalling without a shot clock. So that might be the reasoning.
I didn't have a shot clock back
That's
then.
correct. Women's college basketball games are played in 4 10-minute quarters.
Yep.
The NCAA changed format in 2015 to 2016. The goal was to increase the flow and excitement of the game, and of course, the NBA uses 4 12-minute quarters.
Huh. I get the excitement.
Right?
I get the excitement aspect of it because you're playing. There's not like you play 12 minutes and then they take like a 6-minute commercial break and then they play 12. Then they have a 30-minute halftime. Then it kind of drags it out. In college, it's like bam all the way to the halftime, and then it's right back at it full throttle right to the end. Like interesting.
I like college. I'd rather have the NBA do two 22-minute.
Why? So they could play 2 halves and no defense.
Or 24-minute half, sorry. Yeah, no defense for, entire 2 halves. Yeah, be pretty bad. That's why we stick to college, guys.
The only thing that, as far as the NBA goes with that, is from a coaching perspective, you could really orchestrate your bench a little bit better. Like you could be like, all right, I'm going to play these guys the whole first quarter. You 3 guys are going to play the second quarter. Kind of work out your players a little bit better. Your bench would become more of a factor, I think, in the NBA than it would. I mean, in a sense.
Watch your profanity.
Yeah.
The old bench. Yeah, the bench could come into play. That's for sure. That's for sure, man. Yeah,
the more you know.
Right? Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Can't wait to tell her that when she gets home.
Well, all right.
Man, you ready to move to the next thing?
That's a great episode.
Bringing back the transitions.
Good.
You like that?
I did. That was a good one.
College basketball recap from this past Friday. Guys, we had some crazy good games this weekend that we're going to run through. We got a lot on the docket today.
Look at you. Good notes.
Great notes, right?
Look at you.
You like these? This is the first time Hess is looking at them, guys, so y'all going to hear it from Hess the first time.
Look at this. This is great.
This took me a whole 8 minutes to do this, and yeah.
Getting the little screenshots great, though.
They are nice. I just got to do it on my phone. I wish I could do it on the computer.
Yeah, you got to do it on your phone.
Yeah, but it is what it is. It is what it is. If anybody could come up with an app that you could screenshot, or if you know of an app that takes notes that you can screenshot stuff on the computer and use for the computer,
there is one. There is one on your computer right now. I use it at work daily. If you have a Microsoft, it's called the snipping tool.
Oh, Snippet?
Yep, snip it, and then when you snip it, it saves it as a screenshot, and then you can upload that.
You can upload the snippet to Notes?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So Notes just won't take a regular image.
Right.
Gotcha. Or a PNG file, I guess.
Yes.
Ridiculous. But guys, we're actually going to get into college basketball now that y'all have listened to us for 12 minutes. Be silly. But it is what it is, guys. We're happy y'all here.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
on Friday, we had Villanova traveling to Marquette. Villanova lost by 13.
They did.
87-74. Marquette wins. They improve to 17-3. Villanova falls to 12-9.
Yeah, boy.
What's happening down in Villanova?
Well, they had coaching change. They're this is a down year, I think, for them. I mean, I don't think it's anything to be sound the alarms about or anything. I think it's just that typical. Every team goes through it every once in a while. It's just who makes the best of that down year. And I mean, they could still make a run here and make it in the tournament. Depends on what happens. 12-9 is not really that bad. I mean, it could be better, but it could be a lot worse. So just a little down year for Villanova, but we know Villanova, they'll be back. They always are.
Yeah, I think ever since they lost Jay Wright, we've definitely seen that program take a little bit of a turn.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they got the right guy there. I can't remember the guy who is there right now. But 12-9 with Villanova looks kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. I'm used to Villanova being a top 25 program.
Yeah.
Villanova was led by Jordan. I'm gonna mess this up. Longino. Sounds right.
Yep.
27 points, 8 for 19 shooting, 9 for 12 from free throw. And then Marquette was led by Stevie Mitchell. 21.7 at 10 for shooting 70% from the field. That's pretty solid. Still feeling good on Marquette. They're 17-3, ranked 10th. Will probably bump up in this week's rankings.
Yeah.
Still feel good.
I mean, Marquette's. I mean, again, I feel like I've been a jinx, like I've said, but I mean, how they played these last couple games is the Marquette that I've kind of been like, hey, this is a tournament. They're built for a tournament run. They ain't built to be like. I don't think they're the team right now, like looking at like an Auburn, like everybody's like, oh my gosh, Auburn. But they're built as far as the whole team plus their bench. They're really built to make that deep run in the tournament. So I think Marquette's just a team. They're where they need to be. And I think come tournament time, depending on how the draw goes from the tournament, they're going to make some noise. They're going to be a team that you don't want to face.
Lose first round. That's my take.
Right now, I think Joe Lenardi's got them as a 3 seed. So
3 seed.
Yeah.
It's a good spot.
Yeah.
Good luck getting a 1 and 2 seed this year.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, to me, if I'm a coach, I don't want that 1-2 seed right off the rim, man.
I'd rather have like a 4 or 5.
I don't know, that 5-12 matchup, though, always has an upset.
Well, give me 4 or 13.
Yeah. Give me 3.
3.
Give me 3 seed.
3 seed. Lose first
round. We need to look that up. We need to look up
what's the odds?
Which seed has the most national championships.
That'd be a good fun fact. We'll get that to y'all Thursday.
Yeah, we'll look
at Hess bringing it up already. Y'all make sure you tune in to Thursday at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
We'll bring that question up.
Be sure you listen to the rest of this one here on Monday.
Yeah. We're still going, guys. We got like 30 minutes left. Y'all stick with us. Michigan. Man, I thought this was going to be a good game. I texted you Friday.
Yeah.
I said, man, we got some good basketball and just started. I was like, we got ranked, number 11 Purdue facing number 21 Michigan. Michigan, of course, traveled to Purdue. So I was like, oh, this should be a great game. Absolute beatdown. It was 51-26 at the half, and I turned it off because I was like, this is stupid. Purdue went on to win that one 91-64. Purdue improves to 16-5. Michigan drops to 14-5.
Yeah. I mean, I've talked about Purdue the last couple of episodes. That one I talked about, and then they got upset. But, I mean, I think Purdue's a little bit more dangerous in this tournament than I do Marquette. I could see Purdue. Purdue's probably another 3 seed, probably, depending on what happens in the Big Ten championship, conference championship games, or the conference tournament. Sorry, gotta get out of football mindset. Remember we got tournaments coming up, but Purdue has as far as the bench goes between them and Marquette, I feel like they're very similar, but I feel like there's a little bit more experience on Purdue. This team made a deep run in the tournament. They really only lost 2 players off of that team, and they're built for a big tournament run. I think this last little stretch they've got coming up in conference play, they got some big matchups coming. We're really going to see what Purdue's made of. I think by March you're going to be looking at Purdue as a top 7 team.
Yeah, they're built for it. I mean, if they continue to build off this win, they were just making buckets left and right. This guy here, Braden Smith for Purdue, he was on fire. He had 24 points, 10 of 17 shooting, 4 for 4 from free throw. I mean, he was excellent on the court, and he really torched them in that first half to give them that huge lead. Purdue's deep again. They've been here. They was here last year. They made it all the way to Final Four last year.
Yeah.
Zach Edey year. So, but I'm not even going to try to pronounce Michigan's leading scorer. It's the Russian Vladislav Golden.
Yep, that's good.
He had 14 points, 5 for 10 shooting. So, but not much to brag about there on Michigan. It was just an absolute beatdown. If I'm Michigan, I'm just going to try to get the next one. It's just one of those games.
Trying to see who played. It was UConn and who last year?
Miami made it. Purdue made it. Purdue won. Right?
National championship. Oh my goodness, why is it not telling me?
Purdue, Miami. Who were the other two?
I'm looking. I'm finding it. Give me 1 second. Close. Yeah, the NC Purdue. It was Purdue.
NC State made the run.
It was Purdue,
yes.
NC State, Alabama, and UConn was your final four.
UConn won it last year.
And then national championship was UConn 75-60 over Purdue.
Over Purdue. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so Purdue didn't make the championship. I thought they did. I was like, I think Purdue is in it.
Talk about a disappointment. I mean, not to go off the rail here, but NC State.
Yeah.
Man.
But if you think about it, they weren't that good last year. They were
wasn't,
like 500.
They got
hot.
In the ACC
and they won, and that saved the coach's job. Like I talked to a guy at the gym the other day about this a little bit. I mean, they were like 10-10.
Yeah, they won the
11.
ACC title. They made that run in the ACC tournament and won the title,
like
and then they just
straight.
Yeah, they took off.
Yeah, they got hot at the right time, and it saved that guy's job.
Yeah,
we'll see how long it's safe for. But
who was the big guy they had that was dominant? A real big dude.
Yeah, the center.
Because there was a lot of NFL teams wanting him to play, get drafted to play tight end. But he dominated. I mean, that was the.
He did really good.
Yeah. So yeah, well, they're 9 and they're 9 and something right now.
They're terrible. ACC's terrible, other than Duke. I mean, it's not. There's not a good team.
Yeah.
Other than Duke.
Absolutely, I agree.
Clemson.
Yeah.
Clemson maybe.
Clemson could make a run. Wake's not bad. Wake's not bad.
No, we'll get into Wake here in a minute. Not terrible.
We're going to talk about. I think we'll talk about too. You got that big Duke North Carolina matchup coming this upcoming Saturday.
Yeah,
that game is very important for North Carolina.
Oh, without a doubt.
Very important.
I don't know how long Huey's got left there.
Huey,
sorry.
Yeah, I mean, they made the Final Four 2 years ago. They made the Sweet 16 last year.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Very down this year.
Yeah, they are.
Especially
especially with what they brought in, dude.
Yeah. Let's get into Saturday, man.
Yeah.
Saturday had a big matchup. I just put it on the top of the docket.
It was one of the best.
It was the best game I've watched all year.
That's probably one of the best games I've watched in college basketball in the last 5 years. One of the best.
It was great. Guys, we're talking about Tennessee traveling to Auburn. Auburn narrowly wins this one 53-51. Vols drop to 17-3. Auburn improves to 18-1. If y'all didn't watch that game, go back and watch it. I mean, it really was the best defensive back and forth game. I think at half it was 22-20.
Yeah, 22-20.
And then they both scored 31 in the second half. I mean, it was just straight defense. If you want to see good defense,
all the way down to the last basket.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee had a chance to win this game. Zakai had a good look from the corner. It went in and out. It happens. One key thing, and I'm not trying to get off on this, but I mean, there was a foul on Broome when they called the walk on her big man, on her guy that comes off the bench. They called a walk.
Phillips?
No, not Phillips. The other guy, the guy we got from Ohio State. What's his name?
Oh, Felipe.
Yeah, whatever his name is. Anyway, So he got an inbounds ball from Zakai, right? We had the ball. It was like a minute 13, minute 14 left. So we inbound it. Well, Broome comes up and pretty much puts his hand on him. Even the announcers like that's a foul, 1,000%. And it made him walk because he got shoved. Well, they called a walk. So then Auburn got the ball and then they came out and hit that three to take the lead.
Yeah.
So I think that's a crucial call. I think if you don't have that call, maybe Tennessee finds a way to win. I can't blame it on one call because, I mean, it was a tight game all the way through. I will say this, too. If this game is played at Tennessee, I think Tennessee wins.
All right, Dan Hurley.
Don't you ever call me Dan Hurley.
My biggest thing here with this one, as far as the rest go, the first half of that game was one of the most physical games. I mean, the announcers
they let them play. I'm not saying they didn't.
Physicality like that since football season.
It was good. It was a great game. They let them play.
And then they started calling a lot of these ticky-tack things there in the second half with about, 10 minutes to go in the second half. It was like little touch things, and then there was that call, and then there was another one on Tennessee. They had the point guard, the freshman point guard for Auburn.
Oh, no, Pennington, whatever his name is.
They had him grabbed.
Yeah.
I think it was Chaz. Chaz had him by the jersey and was grabbing him. And they didn't call a foul on that. Like, he couldn't even get to the ball. He was trying to inbound it. He grabbed it.
It was physical.
It was, but my thing with it is, okay, the first half was they was letting it get. They were playing big boy 90s big man basketball.
I love it.
And then the second half, they kind of got away from that. The rest did, and it was like, oh, we're going to start calling this stuff. But overall, that was an incredible game. Mm-hmm. I told you, I mean, I know the Duke listeners ain't going to like this, but I don't think Duke could light a candle to either one of these teams if they're playing defense like that right there. I think Duke doesn't have the defense I know they're going to say we're top 5 defense efficiency. Yeah, it's easy when you're playing 13 straight wins they got, and they're playing teams that are ranked 87th or worst. I mean, yeah, they beat Auburn before Auburn really figured out how they were going to play basketball this year. You beat them at Cameron by 1. Nothing against Duke. I think Duke is a very, very good team. I think they're almost a lock for the Final Four. But I'm just saying, if Tennessee or Auburn plays like this against somebody else, even Iowa State, another team I've been high on, if Tennessee, Auburn play like they did against each other in this game,
every game,
every game, there's nobody going to be able to match them because their defense.
I'll say it because I disagree with you. I think Duke's the only other team that can match them because they're deep. They're deep enough to do it.
I don't think they can.
I think your top 3, if they play to their full potential, the top 3 teams.
Yes.
Duke, Auburn, Tennessee.
But here's the thing. The defense in this one. Tennessee got held to 51. Auburn got held to 53. Duke is going to get held to 53 or 51 points if they play one of these teams. And Auburn or Tennessee is going to go off for 70 or 80.
Maybe.
Because Duke cannot play this physical on both sides of the ball for 40 minutes. Yeah. It's not going to happen. Cooper Flagg, absolutely. He can handle it, but I'm saying the rest of that team, what Auburn and Tennessee have defensively, it's not, you can't find it anywhere else in the country. And I don't care if Duke's top 5 defensive efficiency, rightfully so.
Tennessee dropped to 33, I think, in offense now after this game. Yeah, but their defense is back in top 5. I think they're 3rd.
That would be my only thing as a Duke fan. Like, if I watch this game, I mean, I'm going to be on my high horse, and I'm going to be sitting here saying, yeah, we could compete with this.
Auburn,
but in the back of my head.
Auburn's different now, too, than when they played them.
And that's what I'm saying. And they only beat them by 1 at Cameron. I'm saying neutral site, this type of defense, if this is how these teams play, there's not many out there that's going to be able to put up enough points to beat them.
This was a great showing of the SEC.
You're looking right here.
And how we've talked about different stages of the SEC, you saw it.
Well, right here, I look at this like I go back to ACC with Coach Bennett at UVA when they were holding teams to 48 points and they were scoring 50, 60, 70 points. This is the type of defense that Duke would have to face, and I don't think Duke can match it on the offensive side of the ball when the defense is that locked down. Could be wrong. And I mean, I very well could be, and I hope I am. I'd love to see some parity. I want to see some parity. I don't want to see all SEC in the Final Four. I don't want to see all SEC national championship. I want to see parity.
I care less. I just want the Vols win, baby. Zakai Ziegler did have 14 points, 4 for 15. Hang on. I was going to say something after this.
Hold on. It's the Final Four. It's Duke versus Tennessee. Who wins?
Tennessee, baby. Go Vols. Never bet against my Vols. Okay. Go Vols, baby. But anyway, he had 14. If you'd have told me that Tennessee was going to lose by 2 and Zakai was their leading scorer with 14, I'd have laughed my butt off. I said there's no way. I said before this game, if Chaz Lanier didn't score 20, Tennessee was going to lose by 17. That's how convinced I was. But, I mean, the defense showed out. Great defensive game. I can't be mad to lose by 2. It sucks, but it is what it is.
I said to you, Vols by 11. I was sticking to that, really, because I didn't see
Auburn's tough place to play.
I didn't see Auburn having this type of defense against you all. See, that was I'm looking at. I'm looking at, like, Duke matchup with these two teams. Like, I knew you all had the defense. I knew they had the offense. But my head, it was like, all right, Tennessee's going to shut them down defensively. Broom's coming off that ankle injury. We don't know how he's going to play.
He played good.
Joni played really well. But the thing here is I just don't think if these two teams played each other every game, it's going to be 51-53. But when they go play these other schools, it's going to be 51-70 or 51-60, something like that. So,
yeah.
But I think right now, I know the rankings won't reflect it, but these right here are your top 2 teams in the country.
They were good. It was a great game. Great game. Speaking of Broom, he dropped 16 on his first night back, 7 of 19 shooting. Tennessee did a good job down low. They did a good job down low trying to control them as much as possible. I'll give them that. And Tennessee's actually got the size this year. They didn't have size last year, so that's a huge help. Vols, just in case y'all are wondering, Vols haven't won in Auburn since 2017. So it's been a tough sledding when we go to Auburn. So that's also another thing I had in the back of my mind. We haven't won there in years.
Yeah, he don't want to lose at home to you all after you kicked him out.
Well, you know what sucks, man? Here's the thing, Auburn fans, if there's any Auburn fans listening. You know, if Bruce Pearl, in today's time, if he never had a barbecue, y'all wouldn't have a basketball program right now. So how about that? How about that? So y'all want to come at my Vols losing?
No, they would
have. If y'all didn't get her coach, you know, having barbecue with the players, y'all wouldn't even have a program right now.
They would have had Rick Barnes.
Nah, he wouldn't have went to Auburn. Auburn is 6-1 in one possession games this season.
You know what? You know why Rick Barnes went to Tennessee?
Because UT, baby.
He didn't have to change anything he had. He just had
UT,
to,
baby.
He had to wash it a little bit more and get the brighten up the orange a little bit.
Because it's a great school, Hess. That's why. How about that? Auburn extends the winning streak to 11 games. That's pretty nice. And this is not an easy 11 games. These are mostly been ranked teams. I think that was their 6th or 7th ranked win this year, right? Something like that.
Oh yeah,
it's up there. I mean, 18-1 and the schedule they've had, that's stupid. That's stupid good.
I agree, 100%.
17-3 with Tennessee. I mean, I'll take that all day. Do you see either of these teams moving in rankings? I think Tennessee sits at 6 still.
They should stay right there.
Yeah.
They should absolutely stay right there.
Auburn definitely going to hold first.
Just going to look at what Auburn's got coming up. I know y'all got Tennessee coming up on the Wednesday.
Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky. Sorry, yeah. They got LSU and then at Ole Miss, so they kind of
LSU's. We're getting ready to talk about LSU in a second. They're no slouch.
But I mean, they don't really. I'm really excited for the February 8th matchup. Florida comes to Auburn. That'll be a very good game. And then February 15th, Auburn goes to Bama. So that'll be. Then before the SEC tournament, Auburn plays Ole Miss at home, Kentucky at Kentucky, Texas A&M at Texas A&M, and they finish with Alabama.
That's stupid. That is absolutely stupid. The SEC is crazy this year.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Speaking of SEC, you ready to move on from that one?
Yeah.
That was a great game, guys. Like I said, if you didn't watch that, go back. At least watch the recaps. It was an excellent game.
Absolutely.
Next game up here, Ole Miss drops to Mizzou. Didn't see this one coming. Missouri, they are ranked now. They won 83-75 over Ole Miss. Ole Miss drops to 15-5. Missouri improves to 16-4. This game was at Missouri. I'm done calling out teams because I picked Ole Miss a couple weeks back, and I was like, I think this is a team you should watch for. Still think you should watch for them. 15-5 in the SEC is not terrible right now. Chris Beard's a great coach. I just don't know if they have the depth to make a run. We'll see. Malik Dia, we've said his name before. He dropped 17 for Mississippi. 6 for 13 shooting, 5 for 6 from free throw. And then Tamar Bates went off for Missouri. He dropped 26 on 8 for 13 shooting.
Yeah, I mean, I said it about Missouri. They got a really good defense. I would say they're one of the top 5 defenses in the SEC. Ole Miss, like I said last episode, I want to see the consistency out of them. They play one game, you're like, man, this team's a team to watch. They play another one, you're like, okay, they're missing some stuff. I really like what you said there. Their bench is probably the weakness of that team.
No depth.
But Ole Miss, they're all right. They got some big games coming up. We'll see what they're made of. Missouri's hot right now. Missouri's a team I do not want to play in the SEC right now, especially if you got to play them at Missouri. But I would like to see what Missouri does against Kentucky, Florida, Tennessee, Auburn, Alabama. I'd like to see what they do. I'm pretty sure they got one of them coming up here in the next couple of weeks. So that'll be a game I'll be keeping my eye on.
Be tough. Tough. I wouldn't want to play Missouri right now either. They're hot. Speaking of not hot, UConn traveled to Xavier, lost again. Xavier wins 76-72, improving to 13-8. UConn drops to 14-6, and we'll probably see UConn drop out of the top 25 this week. Yeah,
maybe
they're 22nd or 19th. Sorry, so they might drop 25th. Maybe
I was gonna say 25th. Hang on.
Yeah, just terrible, man. I don't know what's going on with this team. This team at the beginning of the year, I projected them to probably be back at it again.
Yeah,
because they're deep. They have the talent. They have the coach. They have the money. They have the roster. Everything they need to be a championship team. Which UConn is a blue chip school, so for basketball. But solo ball, again, no relation to Lonzo or LaMelo.
He's LeVar's unaccounted for son. That's why they named him Solo.
He's solo. Well, solo ball can't do it all.
Nope.
They lost again. He dropped 20 points, 6 for 17 in shooting. Yep. Can't have a solo one-man show, man.
Nope.
Zach Freemantle, what a name. Zach Freemantle for Xavier had 15
Definitely
points.
A big man.
He is. He looks like a center or small forward.
Has to be with the name Freeman.
Yeah, Freemantle.
Yeah, he's definitely down low.
Yeah, 5 for 15, 4 for 7. So I'm thinking maybe power forward or small forward. So I say he's going to be.
I'm going to say he's just a center. I'm saying he's a center.
You say he's a center, went 5 for 15?
Yep.
Sheesh.
We got to think now with basketball. Everybody wants to have these stretch centers though. You want to have the center that can shoot. You don't have the Shaqs and the Barkleys and the Tim Duncan type big guys down low anymore. You got to have somebody who can go out and shoot. Thanks Thanks, Jokic.
Him and Wamby or whatever.
Well, yeah. Victor Wembanyama.
Wembanyama, or however you say his name.
Yeah.
Giannis. Same
I'll
thing.
actually say, not to go off subject, but where we really started seeing a center be athletic and not be like dominant down low was the Lopez brothers. When they were at Stanford. I mean, they were shot blockers. They were huge down low, but they could also – Robin Lopez could go out and shoot a three.
I'll give you one. I'll give you one here. Pau Gasol.
Pau Gasol, another one. He's a good power forward that could shoot. Zach Randolph was probably the last big-time center I can remember when he was with Memphis. I mean, I was going
to say, yeah, Zach Randolph or Dwight Howard.
Yeah, Howard. Marcus Camby.
Ooh, that's a good one. A little bit ahead of Howard. But
a little bit ahead of Howard.
Yeah.
No, Camby was before Howard.
That's what I meant. A little bit ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd Marcus Camby go to college?
Memphis?
He won a national title.
I don't know.
UMass.
They won a national title?
And who was the coach? John Calipari.
Really?
Yep, that's where he got his start.
That's where he got it. What year was that? In the 90s?
It was in the 90s.
Okay. Wow.
They let's see. I may be wrong on them winning the national title, but they made it to the national championship.
That's awesome. I did not realize that. I bet that's on that documentary with Calipari.
Why is it pulling up? UMass Minutemen. The Minutemen currently compete in the Elite 10. Yeah, we know. They won. They made the Final Four in 96.
96. Okay.
Yep, they didn't win the national title.
That's only one, so I wouldn't.
They made it to the tournament 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. Made it to the Sweet 16 in all those years. Made it to the Elite 8, 95, and 96 in the final.
Did Calipari coach all those years there?
John Calipari was from 88 to 96.
Wow. So he built UMass. So it looks like Calipari back in the day could really coach.
Yeah, I mean, back then...
Until the system changed. Yeah.
Right here it says, the sanctions, see here it is. However, NCAA sanctions stripped the Minutemen of their 1996 NCAA tournament victories due to recruiting violations based on star Marcus Camby admitting he took money, clothes, and jewelry from an agent that was tied to John Calipari.
Calipari doing it in the 90s.
Additionally, 45% of the tournament revenue had to be returned to the NCAA. Camby reimbursed the school $151,617 in lost revenue.
Nice.
After Calipari resigned, his associate Bruiser Flint coached from 96 to 2001.
Bruiser. What a name.
Yep. So he had to resign. Everywhere he's been tied to recruiting stuff. Watch out, Arkansas.
Watch out, Arkansas. That's all I got to say. Speaking of the SEC, getting back into it, this was a game that I told y'all if you wanted to sports bet, this will probably be a good one to play some money on. Almost had it. Final in overtime, South Carolina 60, Mississippi State 65. South Carolina cannot figure out how to close out a game. They dropped to 10-10, so an even 500. Mississippi State 16-4. Do not count this South Carolina team out, though. I know their record shows 10-10, 0-7 now in SEC play. But this team has been in every game they've played. They're a tough team. So this is a team like if they're playing Tennessee or Kentucky, they can beat them.
I think 9 of their 10 losses are within 3 points.
Yeah, it's like crazy how close they've been. They cannot figure out how to close out a game. But they did come back in this one. They were down 8, maybe 6, 7, or 8. And they did come back all the way and tie it up to make it go to overtime. But they should never lost this game. In the first place. So, 65-60, tough loss for South Carolina, again at home, 0-7 SEC play. They were led by Jamari Thomas, 19 points, 4 for 9 shooting. And then Mississippi State was led by Riley Kugel, 15 points, 4 for 6 shooting. Yeah, Mississippi State's a good little team.
Yeah, they play
I don't know if they're fully there yet, but they'll definitely be in the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of tourney, I know y'all have heard me say this before that the SEC was going to break the record this year with 12 teams. Now they're projecting 13. That is the Lunardi projection, is 13 teams from the SEC.
That would be everybody.
Pretty much. I mean, South Carolina obviously not going to make it, but I guess now Vandy is in, probably. Georgia is sitting on the edge. Georgia's sitting on the edge. Florida, Bama, Auburn, Tennessee, Kentucky. Who else?
Missouri,
Mississippi State,
Texas,
Texas Tech,
Oklahoma. No,
Texas. Sorry.
A&M.
Texas A&M. Yes.
Oklahoma.
How many's that? Oklahoma. Who are we missing, guys? Missouri. Did you say Missouri? Ole Miss. Did you say Ole Miss?
Nope.
Ole Miss.
There's 10.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what?
they're projecting 13. Yeah, why don't you pull that up? See which teams it is.
I can't remember. It's sad we can't remember the SEC.
Well, I can't remember the entire SEC. I mean, you might as well say the entire SEC minus like South Carolina. That's pretty much it.
We're looking SEC. I just pulled up football, so I don't have the record, so don't ask. So you got Texas, Georgia, Tennessee, Missouri, Ole Miss, Alabama. We didn't say them. LSU, South Carolina.
LSU's in right now.
I'm not looking. I'm just talking about.
Okay, LSU and South Carolina should be out.
So it should be. Let's see. You know what? Let's do this, so we can get the standings. So it's
Florida,
legit.
Bama, Texas A&M, for Oklahoma, Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia.
All right, I got it right here.
I'm only missing like Ole Miss, Mississippi State. I think and Vandy. I think I got them all.
Where's the SEC? I hate this. Southland, Sunbelt. Why is it not hitting me?
It's pretty much the entire SEC has besides South Carolina and LSU.
Auburn, Alabama, Florida, Missouri, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Vandy, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Kentucky, Texas, Oklahoma, Georgia, and then out would be LSU, Arkansas, and South Carolina.
I forgot Arkansas. Okay.
So Georgia right now would be your 13th team because right now you've got
insane.
Auburn at 6-0 in conference play, Alabama 6-1, Florida 5-2, Missouri 5-2, Tennessee, Mississippi State, Vandy, A&M, and Ole Miss 4-3, Kentucky 3-3 in SEC play, Texas 3-4, Oklahoma 2-4, Georgia 2-5, LSU 1-5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Tough
Georgia's
little SEC.
on a 4-game losing streak.
Who is?
Georgia.
Yeah, y'all playing bad here lately. Speaking of Georgia, that's our next team on the docket.
Yeah, boy.
Georgia traveled to the Swamp. They traveled to Florida, and they got the Swamp Tar beat out of them.
Yeah.
They lost 89-59. I texted Hess in this one. I just said Florida ... because that's all I could say. It felt just like Tennessee when they traveled to Florida. That's how bad it was.
Florida took a page right out of Tennessee's second half when we played you all in Knoxville and was like, hey, we're going to come out in the first half. And, I mean, they scored 51 points in the first half. We only scored 26.
Yeah.
I mean, if Georgia could have played the first half like they played the second, you're looking at a lot closer game. It was great in the second half, but that first half was horrendous.
The thing that killed Georgia in the first half was turnovers. I think y'all had 13 or 14 turnovers in the first half.
Man-to-man. They struggled with man-to-man.
Kept turning the ball over, just kept beating themselves. I mean, They had 5 or 6 threes made in the first half.
That's
5 for 5 or 6, something like that. They were like 5 for 5 from 3.
That's the MO for Georgia athletics this year. They like to kill themselves.
Yeah,
Dropping
they did.
passes, turning over the basketball.
Yeah, they turned the ball over every time. I quit watching it because I got mad because I wanted Georgia to win this game because I need Florida to lose. But Florida is now 18-2.
Yep.
Georgia drops to 14-6 and out of the top 25. Blue Cane, leading scorer.
10 points.
10 points. 4 for 8 shooting. Walter Clayton Jr. Again, guys, this guy's a stud. 17 points, 7 of 12 shooting. He took advantage of Georgia. He destroyed y'all.
Yeah, he did very well. I mean,
it's a tough place to win.
Another thing with Florida, too, they really took a Newell out of this game. They made sure to just,
double team him down low.
They double teamed him, forced somebody else to make some plays, and
unfortunately, that's the problem, I think, with Georgia. I don't think you really have – if he gets shut down, who are you going to?
Yeah, I mean, Blue Cane's so streaky.
Yeah, you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, so, I mean, one game he could drop 20, the next one he dropped 5, So Georgia's just got to figure out to have that backup plan, and – I think they figured it out in the second half what they had to do, but it was that deficit at halftime was just too much.
It was bad.
But hey, 4 losses. 3 of the 4 losses are to top 5 schools: Auburn, Tennessee, Florida. That Arkansas game, they should have beat Arkansas. That was a terrible loss there. They had that game all the way down to the last 48 seconds, and they just blew it. So that sucked.
Found a way to beat themselves.
Yep. But hey, it is what it is.
It's what it is. The projection of Georgia is still going up. So, I would not be too mad. 16-4, you got to win some. You got to win some of these ranked games. You got to get some more in there so you can make the tourney. They can make the tourney. They might sneak in there late. Yeah, still got a lot of season. Speaking of crazy games, this past weekend,
wow,
this one was wild. I did not see this one coming. I already left and went to Bristol, and then you texted me and told me they came back. Texas with the win from behind over Texas A&M. 70-69. Texas now improves to 14-6. A&M drops to 15-5. Did not see this one coming. Texas put up 45 points in the second half to Texas A&M's 26. They were down by 22 in the second half. Just to let y'all know, and they scored 23. Was it 23 unanswered?
Yep,
pretty much.
Well, it was like a 20. Yeah, they scored like 23-3. Like, it was stupid.
It was a stupid run, and it's led by, who have I said all year, Hess?
Trey Johnson.
Trey Johnson dropped 30 points, 8 for 18 shooting, 10 for 10 from the free throw line. That's very impressive. Wade Taylor, the fourth, led Texas A&M with 15 points, 5 of 11 shooting. Very surprised Buzz didn't close this game out.
I mean, it's a big rivalry game. This wasn't in Texas. This game's actually, I mean, if you're not from Texas, I don't think we understand how much hatred's between these two schools. Even football, even baseball, they fight each other in baseball. I just feel like Buzz's guys got a little cocky going in up 43-25 at half and came out a little dead. And by the time they started figuring it out, Texas was already back in it. And
Texas took over momentum.
Yep. So
I was blown away. I could not believe they came all the way back because they were down by 22 with like 15 to go or something like that.
I think it was down 22 with 12 and a half left.
Okay. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. When I looked, I was like, game's over. Yeah, it came all the way back. Don't count anybody out, guys, until that last buzzer is blown.
Yeah.
Speaking of crazy other games.
This was a great game.
This was. I was surprised, too. I was very surprised. Final in 2 overtimes. 2 overtimes, not 1, 2. Houston traveled to Kansas and beat Kansas 92-86. Houston improves to 16-3. Yep. Kansas drops to 14-5. Kansas had this game. They really did. They should have never went to overtime in the first place. They were up 38-31 at the half, and then they let Houston come back there right at the end of the game and tie this game up. But they had this game. Kansas found a way to lose. I was watching this one in Texas Roadhouse. I was like, this is terrible. Yes, I was. Did not expect Kansas to lose this one. Just going to be honest with you. This one went pretty late, too. Double overtime, so pretty late game. Flory Badunga for Kansas.
I like it.
Yeah. 19 points, 7 of 10 shooting. He was the leading scorer. And then Jawan Roberts for Houston dropped 24 points, 10 of 21 shooting. Houston. Nobody's talking about Houston.
They've been up there. I mean,
they won one game there a little while back by 1 point. And I was like, oh, man, this team.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't think they're there, but they're good.
They're solid. They don't have no big time stars. I mean, they have 1 or 2 kids that can score, but I mean, they're very solid. I mean, their starting 5 is not much different from their 6 through 10 players that they bring off the bench, and that's the MO with Kelvin Sampson. I mean, he's been that way when he was at Oklahoma in the early 2000s, when he took Oklahoma to the Final Four with Blake Griffin. At Indiana, when he was in Indiana, it was the last time Indiana, to me, it was competitive. That was when they had Victor Oladipo in them. I mean, Kelvin Sampson, he always has a team in the tournament. He has usually a top 25 team. Houston has been, for at least the last 4 or 5 years, they've been top 10 every year. I mean, last year they were number 1 seed in the tournament. They were ranked top 5 all year. Houston's a sleeping giant in many ways because they're built for the tournament. They're built for that tournament play. It's just it's all going to depend on the draw, and it's hard to win in Allen Fieldhouse. You play Kansas and you play them at home. That's a place you really don't.
Bill Self's a great coach too. So
yeah, so I mean, great game. I watched this game, and at the beginning, I mean, Kansas was struggling there for a little bit, but they came back and they were just mano a mano against each other.
They should have really closed it out. I mean, they really should have.
It was a great game.
Find a way to close it out.
Yep.
Speaking of not closing it out, Kentucky traveled to Vandy.
Yeah. Vandy
does it again. Upset Kentucky 74-69. Kentucky drops to 14-5. Vanderbilt improves to 16-4. I do think Vandy will crack the top 25 this week.
Yeah,
that's back-to-back weekends, top 10 wins against ranked opponents. Crazy to think Vandy used to be like this about every year in basketball.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you think Vandy, you thought baseball, basketball.
Yeah, through the teens of the 2000s, they were there about every year.
Who was that guard they had?
They were good, man. Vandy's always been that. I mean, used to be. Past couple years have been terrible, but they're always usually a baseball school.
Damon Jones. Trying to think. Scottie Pippen Jr.
Yeah, they had Scottie Pippen Jr.
There's
I think
one
he
more.
transferred, though, didn't he?
Maybe.
Or only stayed there like 1 year.
Jerry Stackhouse.
Jerry Stackhouse. Man.
He's the coach, isn't he?
Is he the coach now?
I think he is.
Really?
I think he's their head coach. He was. I don't know if he got fired, but he was. Oh, it's Mark Byington.
Okay. I was about to say, I don't remember seeing Jerry on the sidelines.
I think he got fired.
Jason Edwards. I've said his name before. Dude can
You
shoot. He dropped 18 for Vandy, led them in scoring, 6 of 11 shooting. And then Otega Owa for UK had 21 points, 8 of 14 shooting.
Back to Jerry Stackhouse. He was hired in April of 2019. He signed a 6-year contract, but he was fired last year after a disappointing 9-23.
Yeah, they were terrible.
Yeah.
I guess being great in the NBA don't translate over to coaching.
He made it to the Sweet 16 a couple of years. They just couldn't get over that hump, and then it just fell. The bottom fell out of it.
Yeah,
and another thing, the resurgence of Tennessee basketball.
Yeah,
I think when we're talking about Vandy, at that time, Tennessee basketball wasn't where it's at now. Vandy was getting those big-time Tennessee recruits, and the people who were wanting to go to Tennessee were like, I don't know, I'm going to go to Vandy because they ain't getting
Memphis.
Memphis, yeah. That's a team that's fell off.
A little bit.
Yeah.
They still got, what's-his-face coaching, right? Penny Hardaway?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think they may have got rid of Hardaway because he had all that stuff with that big-time recruit they had.
I knew he had a lot of problems, but I didn't know if they actually got rid of him. He was a lot of drama on the sidelines. I know that.
He had that one recruit, though, that he bought the house and the moving crew.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can do that in today's time. It would have been fine.
Yeah, let's see. I think he's still there.
I think he is.
Hardaway had to sit out that was his playing career. Professional. Sorry. Yeah, he's still coaching. Hardaway was hired as the coach of the alma mater in 2018.
How are they this year?
Memphis this year?
Mm-hmm.
Not that great, I don't think. That's what I was
going to
say.
I think they were good last year.
They're ranked 24th in the country, 16-4. They just beat UAB 100-77.
Okay, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Ranked.
So, they're ranked first in the American Conference.
Nice. Well, okay. Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis.
Watch out. I'm walking in Memphis.
Sing it, buddy.
LSU traveled to Bama this past weekend.
Yes, they did.
Bama wins again. 80-73, a little bit closer game. Like I said, LSU's no slouch. Alabama improves to 17-3. LSU drops to 12-7. Lead-in scorer is Aiden Holloway again for Alabama. He dropped 19 points, 5 of 14 shooting. And Jordan Sears led LSU with 21 points, 7 of 14 shooting. So, pretty solid.
Sorry, I'm looking up that player.
I can tell, man, you're zoned out over there.
James Wiseman.
James Wiseman.
He was the number 1 overall, highest rated recruit ever in basketball at the time. He went to Memphis, didn't play hardly any because of all the recruiting stuff, and now he's on the Indiana Pacers, but he was drafted by Golden State, like top 5 in the draft. But now he's averaging 6 points a game in the NBA, coming off the bench.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Anything you want to add to the Bama LSU? There's not much to add. They just won.
I mean, Bama's playing very good basketball. I mean, yeah, they're ranked 4th, but in a way, they're kind of being really quiet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're playing some big games. They're playing very quiet. You're not hearing about Bama like we were last year, but they're right there. That's a team that could really scare some people.
They got scores. They got multiple scores.
Yeah, Sears gets hot. I mean,
it's this Holloway guy. This Holloway kid's past 2 games been leading scorer.
Wonder if Sears is related to this Jordan Sears on LSU.
Possibly.
Sears, man. You remember going to Sears as a kid?
Sears was a great company. No free shout out. Great company, man.
But yeah, I think LSU is they're down a little bit this year, but I think they've showed some glimpses of good basketball.
12-7. All right.
12-7. I mean, you never know. You get hot. Like, look at NC State. They're sitting in that NC State last year kind of bubble. Like, LSU might make a run in the SEC tournament.
I mean, I don't see it.
But you never know.
But you never know.
Yeah.
Man, why don't you give me this next one?
Yeah, boy. Iowa State Cyclones.
I can't stand this team, so I'll let you do them.
Iowa State Cyclones, number 3 in the country, traveled to Arizona State, number 1 party school in the country, and came out with a big-time victory, 76-61, with a dominant first half. They scored Arizona State had a dominant first half. They scored 40 points. It was 40-33, and I was sitting there like, oh, man, I've jinxed them again. But they came back in that second half, scored 43 to Arizona State's 21 to win this game 76-61.
Yeah, man. Iowa State improves to 17-2.
Yeah, boy.
Arizona State drops to 11-8 after the upset over West Virginia.
Yeah.
Iowa State led by Curtis Jones again. 33
Dominant.
points, 10 of 22 shooting. Very, very solid. Love seeing 30-point scorers in college basketball. Adam Miller led Arizona State 13 points, 4 of 11 shooting for the Aztecs.
Yep.
San Diego Aztecs.
Why are you saying San Diego Aztecs?
Why not?
It's the Sun Devils.
I know. San Diego.
What the?
Because I can, S. Because I can.
All right, Ron Burgundy. All right, Ron Burgundy.
Well, you don't like the San Diego Aztecs? Even though they're in Arizona? Come on, man. Come on, man.
The defense that Iowa State played in that second half, that's the defense that can really carry them deep into the tournament. I really think I really hope that they play Tennessee in the tournament and they beat Tennessee.
I hope Tennessee dog walks them by 40.
You better hope they do. You better hope
Tennessee
they do.
does. You got to wear Tennessee gear.
I will. If not, I'm going to put a Cyclone in your front yard.
Shake on it. Shake on it. Y'all saw it live here on the stream.
Yep.
Got a bet going. Hess got Tennessee gear. Don't worry. He got all the Tennessee gear he needs. He was wearing it yesterday, apparently.
I didn't get to put it on because
that's why they lost.
No,
now you tell me.
No, Brady gets here. And I'm like, yeah, your balls are playing. He goes, I don't like the balls in basketball. I cheer for North Carolina.
I used to be like that.
Okay.
I used to be like that with Duke, you know.
I was like, all right, then. So I put my balls hat back up and said, it's what it is.
Forget it.
Forget about it.
Man, speaking of Duke, they barely escaped. Duke wins at Wake 63-56, improving to 17-2.
Yeah.
Wake Forest, not bad. Not a bad ACC school. 15-5.
Wake had a chance down that stretch, though.
They
made some very costly turnovers
Wake
at the end.
caught up, man. They outscored Duke in the second half, 34-28 in the second half. Duke took after the first half, I was like, okay, Duke's getting ready to make a run. You know, they was up 35-22. I didn't see no problems. Wake came back. I give him credit. I see you, Cup. I appreciate that.
Make sure you see it.
Looks like Pat Summitt out there. Appreciate that. The light blue colors. Great coach.
That is Pat Summitt.
Cooper Flagg, y'all have heard that name a lot. You'll continue to hear a lot. You'll probably hear it a lot in the NBA. He dropped 24 points, 8 of 16 shooting, 7 for 9 from free throw. Did leave the Blue Devils. Chuck Harris for Wake Forest, 14 points, 5 of 13 shooting for the Deacons.
Yeah, boy. The Deacons.
Yeah.
I mean,
the West Florida Deacons.
We talked about this before this game. We were like, Wake Forest could pull off an upset here. We tentatively put Duke on upset alert. Wake's a good little basketball program. So I would say Auburn, Tennessee beats Wake by 40, but, whatever.
I mean, if Duke plays like that in the tourney, they're not going to make it far. I'll tell you that.
Got to play. When you play Auburn, Tennessee, you're going to have to play your A game.
Well, yeah. Absolutely. I believe it. Yeah, Duke almost blew it against Wake.
Absolutely. Yep.
Crazy, crazy stuff, man. Last minute thoughts. That's the wrap up, the recap of this weekend. Guys, there's some crazy games coming this week, so make sure y'all tune in. Still a bunch of ranked matches. We got that continuing all the way out through the end of the month into February until March Madness. So make sure y'all tune in to TTS for that, for the latest updates. Anything else has to add to college basketball?
No, only other thing is, guys, we do 10-minute episodes, and we're going to try to maybe start putting a little bit more of those out and maybe pinpoint a game because on Wednesday night, usually something's happening. Maybe Tuesday night, we decide we want to go in depth on one of the big games on Wednesday. Might drop a 10-minute episode, so be looking out for those on Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. And after that, I don't got anything else in college basketball, but we are about 3 weeks out. College baseball starts, so we got an episode coming up here next couple of weeks. We'll do a review or a preview of the 2025 baseball
last year.
Review.
Who won last year?
Balls.
Thank you. I just want to hear you say it, baby.
Yeah. So be looking out for that. All you baseball fans out there, probably in the next week or two, we'll do a college baseball preview.
So, yeah, boy. Going to a smaller ball again.
Small ball.
Just keeps getting smaller, baby. TGL.
It really does. That's weird.
Speaking of small, TGL, golf balls.
Yeah.
Coming on tonight. It's on Monday night, guys.
Ooh.
Got Jupiter Lynx versus Boston Common Golf. Jupiter, of course, is Tiger Woods, Kevin Kisner, and
Versus
Tom Kim
Roy.
versus Rory McIlroy, Adam Scott, and Keegan Bradley. Who do you like?
Woo! Ooh, give me Roy and Keegan. Yeah,
I think this will be a beatdown.
It should be, but I think it's gonna be great to hear the commentary between Rory, and Tiger.
That's hard to say for us Southerners.
It is. I think it'll be
It's
great.
double R, man.
It'll be great.
Rory.
It'll be great to hear those two go back and forth. That'll be fun to watch.
Absolutely, man. I'm excited to watch that. Make sure y'all tune in. I think it's at 7 or 7:30 on ESPN.
7:30.
Yeah, 7:30 ESPN. It's great. If you don't like golf, still watch it. I'm telling you, it's fun. Good entertainment.
Before we go, I know a lot of people's probably sitting down right now while we're recording. It is halftime in the AFC Championship game. The Chiefs are up 21-16 at half. Really hope to see Buffalo pull this one out.
Me too.
We'll know in the morning.
Give your prediction right now.
Yeah, give us your prediction. My prediction? Oh, Bill's going to pull this out. Last second field goal.
Give me
Last
Bills.
second.
Give me Bills. What'd you say? 21-16?
Yeah, 21-16.
Bills come all the way back. 31-28.
You're getting a safety?
Yeah, safety even there. 31-28. Bills.
Oh, no, it wouldn't be a safety. Never mind. I thought it was 26. Never mind.
What is that? 4 and 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right? Can I do math?
Maybe.
What did I say? 31?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that'd be 15 points, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
Bills scored 15. Somehow.
I think the Bills. I don't know what the score is going to be, but the Bills are going to win on a last second field goal that hits the upright and bounces in.
God, I hope. Guys, I do not want the Chiefs and the Eagles. In case y'all didn't know, the Eagles made it in. So the Eagles will be traveling to New Orleans. They
got
absolutely
7.
whooped the Commanders.
They got 7 Bulldogs on that team.
Yeah, that's Georgia 2.0.
It really is. They took that defense of 2021. I was like, hey, we're going to draft them all.
Yeah. Just don't want to see the Chiefs in it again. Give me somebody new.
If they are, maybe the Eagles will beat them.
May the Eagles beat them. That's what I'm going to say. May the Eagles.
Anybody but the Chiefs.
Anybody but the Chiefs.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, man. That's all I got. Great episode, guys. Appreciate you guys listening.
Absolutely.
Hope you have a wonderful week. Be safe out there, and be sure to check us out on all social medias, on our Facebook. If you're not following us, be sure you follow us and subscribe.
Hit that subscribe.
See y'all.
Peace.